Hello everybody, I'm Subaran and I'm from the School of Management, BMU, and primarily I teach economics. My specialization is in the area of macroeconomics. I work in the area of economic growth, technology diffusion, foreign direct investment. I was thinking of talking about the convergence amongst Indian states in terms of per capita, because it has been long since we got our independence, and it's almost 75th year of independence. We're approaching towards that. So naturally, one question which comes up, that when we started in 1947, all these planning commissions and other, let's say, government bodies were absolutely excited to promote growth amongst the Indian states, and at that point of time, although they did not say of, let's say, inclusive growth as such, but they were thinking of at least taking the poor states out of those situations. Because if we see at this current point of time, we are getting to see, like, there are several stories going around regarding, let's say, this shining growth, and we see high rises, let's say, where all the foreign brands are out here, and you name the brand of the car, it's running on our street. But at the same point of time, if we look carefully, there are other realities as well. Say, for example, the truth of child labor, the infant mortality rate, the health sector, or let's say the basic infrastructure. So of course it is very fine that we are doing good in terms of, let's say, GDP growth. Or my point of concern is not regarding only the high GDP growth, or in the recent times, what, like, let's say that even the last 1 month we got to see that there has been some slowdown in terms of, let's say, manufacturing growth, or let's say the production index has gone down and the economy is slowing down. But I would say that's more of a teething problem if we think carefully, because two major surgical strike has taken place. One is definitely the GST, and the other one is the demo which took place last year. So definitely it will take some time to adjust. I'm coming from the other side, where the supply side economics comes into the scenario and wants to pose a question: what is actually happening to the development? That India is going to be developed at some point of time. The question is when. Because yes, we are running fast, and let's say the GDP growth has been more or less handsome over the last 5 or 6 years. But where is the development? Because if I see that our neighboring countries, say for example Bangladesh, they have a better health indicator, both in terms of life expectancy, in terms of infant mortality rate, and in terms of the other health indicators as well. So my question remains, like, yes, we are doing good, but has the trickle down strategy really worked? We're just trying to see what has happened to the convergence amongst Indian states. Economic theory says, like, okay, that after some point of time, most of the states are going to converge to some stable equilibrium. But we are not getting to see something like that. But what we are getting to see is more of a twin peak, where rich states are getting more richer and the poor are becoming poorer. So the question remains still unanswered why it is happening, but at least we have been able to document this with some other co-authors, that yes, there is some sort of absence of convergence, or you can say, like, there is some diverging thing happening at this point of time. Because why this is a point of concern? Because whenever there is rise in inequality, there has been some restlessness, and if we are trying to avoid that type of restlessness at this point, at this trajectory, then we will have to take up some proactive policies, not only fiscal policy, not only monetary policy, but where are the structural policies? And this particular scenario is slowly coming out in the popular press, and that is why I'm just a little bit concerned. Yes, we are doing good, but probably we have to give it a deeper thought if you want to really see ourselves few years down the line to be tagged as developed economy.